Welcome back to Latin 1. We are ready for, this book, First Year Latin. We're on page 37, Lesson 22. Not a lot new in Lesson 22, simply continuing what we did in Lesson 21 with now the second declension, nouns and adjectives ending in us, and the simple grammar that we're using today, the rule we're learning today, is a very simple one. And so on the bottom of page 27, you simply see the endings that you learned last time: us, e, o, o, e, orum, is, os, is. And then on the top of page 38, a noun used to limit another and meaning the same person or thing is called an appositive and agrees in case with the noun which it limits. So they give an example: Galba nuntius Pompeii Romam venet. Galba, the messenger of Pompey, came to Rome. So Galba is the messenger. So if Galba is in the nominative, then nuntius, the word for messenger, needs to be in the nominative. And so that's very simple. So if you say the apostle, or here, look, one of our words is discipulos, disciple. The disciple Peter, so you'd say Petrus discipulos, Peter the disciple, both in the nominative. If you say he gave the keys to Peter, clavis dabit, or he will give the keys, clavis dabit Petro discipulo, to Peter the disciple. If a noun, if two nouns refer to the same person, they're just in the same case. It's really a rule that doesn't need stating, but I guess we're being very careful with our grammar today. And so this lesson is really about a bunch of new vocabulary, and we'll do some practice sentences as well. Carus is a wagon or a cart. Kibis is food. Discipulos is a disciple, a pupil, a scholar. Equus is a horse. Galba is a personal name, Galba. Gladius is a sword. Magnus is large, great, loud, usually just means big. Numerous is a number. Pompeius is Pompey, Roman family name, Pompeius. Populus, people. Ventus is the wind. Dat, he gives. Mittit, he sends. So let's try these sentences. We're just going to do the Latin to English. We're not going to worry too much about composing in Latin at this point because I think that adds a lot of stress to each chapter and a lot of frustration. So let's continue to do what we've been doing, where you'll pause the video between each sentence and I will go through the sentence. And remember how we do this. We look for the verb, then we look for something in the nominative, then we look for its object in the accusative, and then we piece the rest of the sentence together around that skeleton of the sentence. We translate genitive with of, we translate the dative with to or for, we translate the ablative with or from or by. Okay, sentence 1. Galba legatus Pompeii multos equos et carros in Graecium mittit. Pause it if you like. The verb is mittit, he sends. The nominative is Galba. Galba sends. Legatus Pompeii. Galba, the legate of Pompey, sends. What does he send? He sends multos equos et carros, many horses and wagons, in Graecium, into Greece. Galba, the legate of Pompey, sends many horses and wagons into Greece. You can pause it and try number 2. Sentence 2. Discipulos magnum canum amicis dat. The verb is dat, he gives. Who's giving? What's in the nominative? Discipulos. The disciple gives. What does he give? It has to be in the accusative. Magnum canum. The disciple gives a great meal, amicis, for his friends, dative plural. So we translate it with for. Pause for sentence 3 and work it out yourself. Sentence 3. Portatisne gladios in carro. Portatisne gladios in carro. The verb is portatis. The ne on the end just indicates that this is a question. So the verb is portatus. There's nothing in the nominative to go with it. Remember, you don't always need something in the nominative because the verb itself contains its subject, portatis. Y'all carry. You all carry, all of you, you plural. Are y'all carrying, what are you carrying? In the accusative, gladios, are y'all carrying swords in carro, in the wagon? Pause for sentence 4, give it a try. Cibus multis in mensa est. Cibus multis in mensa est. What is the subject? The verb is est. He, she, or it is. What is in the nominative to go with it? Cibus multis. Much food is where? In mensa, on the table. There is much food on the table. Pause for sentence 5, give it a try. Nauta magnum numerum equorum vidit. Nauta magnum numerum equorum vidit. What's the verb? Vidit. Means he, she, or it sees. Who is seeing? What's in the nominative? Nauta. The sailor sees. What does he see? In the accusative, magnum numerum. The sailor sees a great number, a quorum. Genitive plural, we translate with of horses. The sailor sees a great number of horses. And pause for 6, give it a whirl. Sentence 6, discipulus literas in schola recitat. The verb recitat, recites or reads. What's in the nominative? The disciple, discipulus. The disciple reads, the student reads. What does he read? In the accusative, literas. The student reads letters in schola, in school. So, piece of cake. You can do the optional discussion there about Helen and Carolyn, if you like. But that's it for this lesson. So we're really just solidifying what we learned last time, these new endings and vocabulary, and a little more translation practice. So next time, chapter 23.